a dear friend of mine.
Look, Daddy, teacher says every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings.
Ho, 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 ho.
Folks, Merry Christmas.
Look at how big you got it, baby.
Merry Christmas. Oh, Mom.
Knock on the door.
You promise? You promise? Of course I do. You know, they took a pint of fluid out of my lower back.
You see this mole? This mole on my neck? You think it's changing color?
No.
Your dad
Well, you
says
keep
it
touching it, it's getting redder.
I got hemorrhoids. Can you believe that?
Oh, mother.
Isn't that terrible?
You're not getting the garage space. No,
I'm doing the parking. Russ, you want to help me?
Mom, they're not sleeping in my room. I want to go crazy. Sweetheart, your grandmother's got a real painful burr on my heel. And if you rub it for me, I'll give you a whole quarter. Okay?
A quarter. And I'll give Audrey a quarter, too, Audrey.
I'm going to put my car in the garage.
This is what Christmas is all about. I'll park the cars and check the luggage, and yeah, I'll be outside for the season.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody, and welcome to Invisible Condition. It's not all in your head. I'm your host, Jeff Pearson, with my beautiful wife, Catherine. And, you know, we want everybody with an invisible condition to know, beyond the shadow of a doubt, you do have a voice, you have a community, and you are never alone, ever.
Even on Christmas.
Even on Christmas, especially on Christmas.
Especially on Christmas.
So, my question to you, after seeing that joyous exchange, is anybody relate? Anybody relate to that? Anybody? Like, seriously. So, those kind of situations can be really interesting when you have invisible conditions going on. Depending on the invisible condition, that can be borderline painful, honestly. And I've had those years at Christmas, at Thanksgiving, at family gatherings. Get me out of here, escape to an empty bedroom or something, and gather your sanity again. So so I know there's people out there that can relate to that, and I'm with you 100%. So what? Yeah. Right. So what? I mean, right. What about you? I mean, you are an only child, so I don't know if you had like big Christmases or like you went with the whole family. What?
Yes, I was raised as an only child. So what that looked like for Christmas was my parents and I would go to one of my cousins' houses. They lived about 45 minutes from us, so not too far. So we would pack up all the presents, and we would pack up all the food that we were bringing for that one. And for me, I was excited because I was an only child. I got to go, spend time with my cousins and hang out with them. And it tended to be that the grown-ups would kind of be on one side of the house and the kids would be in another
grown-up table, kid table.
Right. But yeah, for me, without an invisible condition, as a kid, it worked, and I loved it. I loved being with all the family and the extended family. So doing all the Christmas things, Christmas dinner and Christmas, the stockings and the presents and all the things.
Yeah.
For me, it was fun. How about you?
Well, it was sometimes, as a kid growing up, awesome, glorious, fantastic, fun, because we did the same thing. We had cousins, and well, no, our cousins are all out of Breckenridge right now, but they were in Breckenridge, Colorado, and we were just a couple hours from there. And so we would go up there a lot of years, and then sometimes we would stay home and the family would come to us in Fort Collins, and we would, it would be fun. We would have the big family gatherings. Growing up, that's what we did. Grandparents and parents, and sometimes cousins and aunts and uncles would stop by and stuff. But definitely parents and grandparents were definitely there all the time, because we all lived in the same town. So it was great. And growing up, it was fantastic because, yes, I had a lot of surgeries growing up, brain surgeries and eye surgeries and all kinds of things to treat, the hydrocephalus that I was born with, which is the condition I was born with, and all the side effects and the craziness that goes along with that. Like the eye surgeries were an effect of that. And, anyway, so despite all the surgeries, I had a good time as a kid. I didn't really have any crazy side effects or any weird things that happened and made it painful or awkward or weird. So, any more than normal anyway. And so, yeah, as a kid,
we still went through teenage years.
Oh God, seriously.
But anyway,
yeah, we're not going to go there. That's another show. We'll do that in another show, maybe. So, but as I got older, as we got married, we've been married 25 years. We've got 3 beautiful children. 21-year-old daughter, 17-year-old son, 15-year-old daughter. So that over that time, it was great. And then 2013 hit, and I had a whole bunch of surgeries, and that's when it kind of started to get a little weird. That's when I wasn't super crazy about the big crowds at Christmas and the loud noises and the chaos. So
yeah, because as like we just mentioned, as kids growing up, yes, we had all the the big family gatherings, and that continued, of course, understandably, into adulthood.
Yeah,
we have been very fortunate to live near our both sets of our parents and families, and so it has
totally
allowed for those big gatherings to continue. However, each of our reactions, I think, to those big family gatherings has changed as we've gotten older.
Yeah.
And so I'll speak for me to start with, because like I said, growing up, it was fun to go play, with my cousins and do things with them. They were about my age, and so we would just, be kids together. But as adults, being a very introverted person, surprise, surprise, you might.
What? Opposites attract, just introvert, extrovert.
You'd never.
Oh no, it's weird.
You'd never know from seeing me on here, right? But I am generally an introvert, and so those big family gatherings actually were hard for me too, but in a different way, because I didn't feel like my voice was heard. I felt like I was, I would try and say something, but I don't have a voice that carries real well. It's just the tone and quality of my voice. Unless it's very small.
Unless it has to.
And very quaint, right?
Yeah.
And so what I found myself leaning towards was one-on-one conversations with some member of the family, extended family, that was kind of, and so those conversations were kind of on the side, they were, but I love those one-on-one conversations. I feel like my voice is heard. I feel like I can, connect better, hear them better. My ideas are heard, all those different things. And so that's how it shifted for me as I have gotten older and in those, so in those big family gatherings, it shifted to, I try and find a way to make it a smaller gathering in a way.
Come
for
over
myself,
here.
Right? It's like, right?
Let's have a conversation
over
there, maybe. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. But that's not the same reaction that you've had.
No. In the last 10 or so years, since 2013, I've had 6 surgeries, 4 of them brain surgeries. And so it's progressively gotten, every time you go poking around in the brain, there's a risk of side effects. It's almost inevitable. And as you get older, you are more susceptible to some of those side effects sometimes. And so, yes, I had, in 2014, had some wicked side effects from those couple surgeries. And then in 2021, same kind of thing, some crazy side effects. And one of those was really not great for family gatherings. The effect I had from that surgery, the brain surgery I had in 2021, was that the filter that is built into all of our brains, yours and mine, everybody.
Did you know your brain has a filter?
It's got a filter. It's built in. You don't even know it's there because it's doing its job.
You don't even know.
There's a lot of conditions that really mess with that filter. And I've had a lot of them on the show over the last couple of years. One of them is side effects from hydrocephalus and brain surgery. And this particular side effect was that the filter that blocks out all that background noise that, and makes it like white noise so you can concentrate on this conversation in front of you, that was gone. I had no filters. So if there was a room with 50 people in it, it was almost like every one of those 50 people had a microphone, and they plugged their microphone into a speaker and turned it up to the highest volume, and nobody could be blocked out. And so it was a little rough. And so wanting to have a conversation here was really hard because I could hear everything else at the same volume as this one. And so family gatherings became less fun. Mm-hmm. And so, I still love seeing my family. I still love being in that environment. I am an outgoing person. Weird. I know. Shocking. I'm the outgoing one. Who knew? I know. I'm the outgoing
we all
one.
did.
Right. Yeah. It's not painfully obvious or anything. So I have always loved being in groups and talking to people and carrying on conversations and meeting new people and all the things. So that made that really difficult for me. I would find myself retreating to a quiet bedroom in the opposite corner of the house if I could, and just laying there and almost in tears, letting my brain recover or try to, attempt to recover from that. And then, you rest for a little bit and then you go back out there and brave it for a little longer. And so that's been my experience in recent years, just in the last 2 or 3, really. There were some other side effects in earlier surgeries, but it didn't really have anything to do with that. It was more physical than mental. But that's been a little interesting. It's gotten better because we found a remedy that worked really good, which was pressure point therapy on the vagus nerve, which, if you don't know about that, reach out. I'm glad to tell you about it because it was a lifesaver. Found a place in Bend, Oregon that did a phenomenal job. So it's better. It's like relatively better, but it's still there. So we still got to be careful. There's still if anybody's if anybody's ever heard the term spoonie, right? Spoonie, SPOONIE. It's a kind of a common phrase in the invisible condition world, and it means that you start the day with a certain number of spoons, figuratively speaking, and maybe getting up in the morning, getting out of bed, getting dressed, brushing your teeth, making breakfast, getting your coffee, all the things you do in the morning. Maybe you woke up with 20 spoons, figuratively speaking.
Each one of those takes energy, right? You take a spoon and you use
each one of those
your energy to.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Every one of those tasks is assigned to a spoon. And so you've just blown through 5 or 6 spoons just in the first hour of your day. And now you've got the whole rest of the day and you've only got 15 left. So you got to, so you have to gauge that and say, okay, well, what am I going to do? Am I going to go to the party, the Christmas party tonight? Or am I going to, go to the Christmas Eve service at church? And, sometimes they're kind of short, because they like to stack a whole bunch of them on Christmas Eve. So if you're going to a Christmas Eve service, we probably will too tonight, honestly. But if that's a thing, but it all takes energy. And so if you are in that spoony world and you have an invisible condition that takes more energy to do simple, normal things, then your spoons don't stretch as far as yours do sometimes. So
right. Yeah. For somebody without a condition, just as a contrast, I might have hypothetically, let's say 30, and, showering, getting dressed, that takes 5, maybe 4, 3, even. And I still have plenty of energy left for the rest of my day, because I've spooned out some of the energy.
Yep.
But I still have plenty to go. Whereas, Jeff gets a really good night of sleep, and he still only starts the day with, say, 15, or 10,
Right.
20, like
Some days.
less.
Yeah.
And so
Depends on the day.
it's
And so I know there's people out there that can relate to this, right? Come on.
mm-hmm.
If you aren't a spoonie, you know one. Okay. So if you know one, give them a hug. Give them a hug and tell them it's cool if you want to go somewhere quiet. That will make their day. That will,
especially today,
Especially
tomorrow,
today.
New Year's Eve, New Year's Day,
Woo!
whenever those, big holiday family gathering Christmas parties that are, loud and busy and
Yeah.
full of,
Exactly. You didn't have to
full
say
of
anything,
this.
just this. Yeah. So you hit it on the net. Right. Exactly. So
give them permission.
yes.
Yeah, those, like Jeff said, those spoonies that
Please
give them permission
yes.
to step away, to take a break, to not come to the party if that's what they need,
Or take them by the hand and bring them somewhere quiet. If you see them struggling, just grab them by the hand and go, come
right?
with me, and go sit in that room with them quiet and don't say a word.
Right.
You don't even just say anything. Just being in that environment with them will mean the world, because they will know that you get it.
Yeah.
And that you are willing to be with them and you love them enough to, do that for them. And so I have been very thankful for you and the children, because living with somebody with a visible condition can be tough, and they are so compassionate. And that is what you want, is compassion and understanding and empathy. And so for those of you out there that can relate to that, I'm with you. I get it. And for those of you who are the caregiver in the family, maybe that's a point of conversation, and say, look, this is what would really help me. Before you go to the Christmas Eve service and all the gatherings and all the craziness and the chaos, pull them aside and just tell them that.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll help. So
yeah, if you or a loved one is dealing with that situation, it's really good to have a conversation ahead of time.
Yep.
Like, hey, what if I see that you're struggling, can I pull you aside? Or
is that okay?
Right. Yeah. And so just to have that conversation ahead of time to figure out, like, what's the plan of action here?
Right.
Yeah.
Totally. Nice. All right. Now that we got that out of the way, I am very excited, because in the second after the break, we're going to go to a commercial here. And after the break, we are going to talk about food, because that's an important part of Christmas too. So all things food and giving, receiving, and all that kind of stuff. So stick around. Do not go anywhere. I know you're busy because it's Christmas Eve, but thank you for being here. Appreciate you. And we will see you in just a couple of minutes.
Hey there. Every time someone comes into your business or website and uses their card to pay, a percentage of that gets folded back into the system. But it can go to Hydro with Hope instead. If you'd like your business to support us rather than feed back into the system, scan the QR code and we'll show you how to do that while saving your business money.
In a world where office workers typically receive 130 daily emails and have an 8-second attention span, CoreCentrica, with her 4 decades of international marketing experience, has partnered with the Learning Code Institute and their 30 years of neuroscientific research. Together, we are crafting unique messaging strategies that resonate, connect, and ultimately convert our target audiences. CoreCentrica, where award-winning creativity and disruptive neuroscience come together. Scan this code now, or call and click, and let us show you how CoreCentrica's partnership with the Learning Code Institute is influencing how businesses connect with their audience, foster engagement, and achieve conversions.
Hey, how you doing? My name is Greg Russell. I'm the host of TechnologyTuesday.com. You can find us on the Conscious Business TV network every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the latest resources to help you make more money in your business. Join us on E360 TV. Come on.
All right. Before we go into our next segment, talking about food, it's one of my favorite subjects, by the way. I love to cook and spoil people in my family with my cooking.
I love to eat.
It's beautiful. It's a perfect match here. So we're going to talk about Invisible Condition University for a second, or ICU for short. It is something, ICU is something that we wish we would have had 10 years ago. I told you about those surgeries we were having. I was having. You didn't have surgery. I had surgery. The surgeries I was having. And I tell you what, once you leave that hospital, they forget your name. They're fantastic when you're in the hospital. I love hospital staff. I've had great people in there. But once you leave, they don't come with you. And so that's why Catherine and I created ICU. We wanted to provide a place where other people like us, maybe like you, could have a place, a community that listens, that cares, that walks with you through what you're going through, no matter what's going on. We meet twice a month on Zoom, and the next one we will meet is, there it is, January 7th, the first Tuesday of January, first Tuesday of, first Tuesday of 2025. We will be there 3 p.m. Mountain Time. Come, bring yourself, bring your caregiver, bring anybody, your sister, your mom, your dad, whatever, whoever's helping to take care of you, or walk through this with you. Come, feel free to ask questions, vent frustrations, find information from others on the call, from us, from wherever, that maybe you're not getting from the hospital or your medical professionals. Just saying, that's a thing sometimes. If you'd like to learn more or would like to receive a free 30-day membership, first 30 days free, scan the QR code, go to that website. It'll give you all the information you could ever want about the community and what we do there. And we will see you on January 7th. So, yeah. All right. Now, I'm going to pause for 1 second so we can watch something really funny. Actually, I'm going to take this off the screen first. And then we're going to pause and watch another funny clip that is very, very poignant towards this time of year. Here you go.
Okay, here.
I should note, I'm having some digestive distress. So if I excuse myself abruptly, don't be alarmed. Oh, a napkin.
Turn it over.
To Sheldon, live long and prosper. Leonard Nimoy.
He came into the restaurant. Sorry, the napkin's dirty. He wiped his mouth with it.
I possess the DNA of Leonard Nimoy. this means? All I need is a healthy ovum, and I can grow my own Leonard Nimoy.
Okay, all I'm giving you is the napkin, Sheldon.
Be right back.
Sheldon, what did you do?
I know. It's not enough, is it? Here.
It's a Saturnalia miracle.
Okay. I know not everybody's. I know that's a show that not everybody is like a fit. That show cracks me up, man. We found that clip and I just couldn't resist. So gift giving. We'll get to food in a second. Don't worry. Gift giving. So everybody does it a little different, and
as that clip demonstrates.
That clip clearly demonstrates. Who knew that you could hide? Never mind. Yeah. So when people get gifts, like, what's your favorite thing, to give or to receive gifts? What's your thing? Like, everybody's got a thing. Everybody likes one or the other better.
You know, if I'm excited about the gift and I know that the person's gonna love it, then I am all about the giving for sure. So our two daughters, one of their love languages for each of them is gift giving. Maybe not everyone has heard about the 5 love languages.
Yeah. If you haven't, check it out.
Yeah, there's
Gary Chapman, I think, is the author. Anyway,
just Google.
Yeah, just Google
5 love languages, and one of those is gift giving. And both of our daughters are
love doing it.
Yeah, they are amazing at it, and they just really have this knack for, putting themselves in the other person's shoes and saying, what would that person just love to receive? And
which is exactly what Penny did, I think, because in that show, that was her name. Her name was Penny, the character in the show. She definitely put herself in that dude's shoes, and Sheldon was his name, in Sheldon's shoes, man, because that was like the perfect gift. So yeah, that's huge, putting yourself in the person's shoes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so like I said, our daughters are both fantastic at it. They just they have a gift for it.
Yep.
And they love to give gifts, especially, like I said, if they know that they're gonna be well received.
Yeah.
And
they always are, because they're so stinking good at it. They're so
very
good. I don't know where they learned it, but it was
did not get that gift. I'm sorry, family, friends. Family
Don't tell
and friends.
anybody.
It's not one of my love languages, and but I am, practicing, working on getting better.
Yeah.
Trying.
It's all good.
Yeah. How about you? Giving, receiving?
Depends on the gift, I think. If usually giving. I love giving gifts. Yeah. So especially if same thing, if I know that it's perfect, if I know that they're going to love it, or if it's going to make somebody cry in a good way, I love doing that kind of stuff. I love doing it not just at Christmas, but I kind of like that part of life too. Just finding that one thing you can do for somebody and doing it, it's cool. It's fun. So I guess that falls under gift giving. So yeah.
Or
sort of.
It could also be acts of service.
Acts of service, that might be part of mine too. Yeah.
Which I think could also absolutely play into, the Christmas, the holidays, Christmas,
yep,
New Year's, noticing, during those holiday times, what can I do for this person? What can I do for the host? To
right.
bless them. So
exactly. And sometimes the best thing you can do is cook. And so that is what I love to do around the holidays. And I love to, I don't care what the holiday is, if it's Thanksgiving or Christmas or Veterans Day or Tuesday or whatever, I love to cook. And so that is, you know, Christmas meals are kind of fun, you know, here's the debate. Here's the eternal debate. Okay. When I say this, you'll understand. Fresh cranberries or that goo that squishes out of a can? What say you? Put it in the comments. I want to hear. I want to know.
There's one wrong answer.
There's one wrong answer and one right answer, by the way.
I'm kidding.
That goo shouldn't be anywhere near the table, by the way. That's not that I feel strongly about that or anything. I'm not even sorry for saying that. That stuff is, I don't even know what it's made of. If there's even cranberries in there. It's just this gelatinous muck.
I just think it's weird that it comes out and it's
got the ridges with the can. Yeah. Anyway, it's nope.
It weirds me out.
Thank you. No, thank
Sorry.
you. But
food, we know that that's probably a polarizing topic.
But that's a polarizing topic. So see, but we're not in your living room right now, so we can just say it and we don't have to worry about it. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, comment away.
Feel free. You
Goo,
can tell
goo in a can or real cranberry sauce. You just let us know which one's your favorite.
Can.
Or neither. If you don't even like cranberries and you say both of them are disgusting, leave it off the table. That's fine too.
Yes. Yeah. Can I say real quick?
Oh.
So my family's tradition around cranberries for Christmas and Thanksgiving is what we call cranberry sherbet.
Oh.
You probably all heard of sherbet, right? And usually it's orange or strawberry, you know, something that's like kind of a typical fruity ice cream type flavor. But my family makes it. We make it from scratch.
It is a process. The whole kitchen gets taken over. Yeah.
Yeah. But we make cranberry sherbet and it's
a thing.
Now, admittedly, I grew up with it, so I'm biased, but
the kids love it. All three, our son would sit there with a tub this big if we'd let him and just finish it.
Right?
You know, they love it.
Yeah.
I gotta learn how to make it soon, probably.
Well, our son needs to learn.
No, he needs to learn how to make it if he's gonna. Yeah. So I want to play one more clip because this is, I mean, it's food. It's talking about food. The food groups, right? You got to have your food groups, right? There's well, for Thanksgiving, right? The food groups are typically what? Turkey, stuffing, cranberry sauce, and some sort of vegetable that nobody touches, right? And so there's
it was covered with French onions, so that makes it okay.
Oh yeah, French onions. Yeah, the crispy
Maybe that's
onions.
Another food group.
There's the food group, crispy onions. So here you go. Everybody, this is a great clip. It's short, so check it out.
We elves try to stick to the 4 main food groups: candy, candy canes, candy corns, and syrup.
That was quieter than I thought it was. When I put it in there, I thought it would be louder. So candy, candy canes, candy corns, and syrup. That's gross, by the way. Don't do that. And by the way, if you've ever seen the movie, he had those noodles covered in maple syrup. And so, yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. So, yeah. But food, you know, being in the kitchen, that my dad was always in the kitchen. I learned how to cook from primarily my dad. My mom's a great cook too, but I remember spending a lot of time with my dad in the kitchen, baking and cooking and all the things. So when I go to, when we go to my parents' house, that is my favorite place to be. I just honestly push my parents out of the way and say, all right, let me cook. I just want to cook. So what can I do, you know? So cooking itself, the act of cooking can be therapeutic. Yes.
But if you have a condition or multiple conditions, it's also probably good to give consideration to what you're eating.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you don't want to be having those 4 food groups of candy cane, candy corns, candy,
whatever,
and
yeah,
sugar, syrup,
maple syrup, yeah.
Those should not be your 4 main food groups. A little, right? Enjoy yourself, enjoy the holidays. But if you're dealing with a condition, you know, to make the most of it and to make the most of the season, to enjoy it the most, you really I'm gonna bring out my inner health coach here. You really want to support yourself in, with as much healthy food as you can stand.
Salad or vegetables, even. I mean, seriously, that's okay. It's allowed. It's allowed to eat that at Christmas. You can do it.
Right?
It's not like forbidden. You can do that.
If you like turkey, great. We're not a huge turkey family. So we tend to do other things like ham or ribs.
We did bacon cheeseburgers one Thanksgiving instead of the turkey. We just said we're grilling cheeseburgers. So, hey, set your own tradition, man. So, but make it good, make it healthy, make it yummy. Yeah. Don't go crazy. It's just, it's like, what was it? There was a comedian I saw watching one time, and he said, my goal is to lose 15 pounds in January. Only 25 to go, so don't be that guy. Okay. Be smart with it. But food's a big deal. Food is for me, it's a big deal every day. I love to cook, but for people around the holidays, it becomes a really important thing. So just be smart with it, figure out what works for you. Doesn't work. Everybody's different, right?
Yeah.
So what works for you might not work for me.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's true. I've in the last few years, I've noticed I really am fairly sensitive to, a lot of sweet things, a lot of sugary things. Yeah. And so, but what I found that I really like, feel free to comment on this one too. I really like dark chocolate.
Yes. With peanut butter.
Sure. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking
about.
Peanut
butter, in a pie, straight, I don't know.
Straight out of the jar, whatever.
Straight.
Dip the bar in the jar of peanut butter and just go for it.
Sure. Yeah. But yeah, so I've tend to find treats that are not, so sweet, because I have found that I feel better after I eat them. After I eat something that's really high in sugar, I get cranky. So
I didn't say it. I didn't say it.
I get.
We get like brain fog, and you get tired, and you get It's not fun. It's not cool.
Not in a great mood, and so that's something that I've learned about myself, and so I recognize that, and I find other ways to enjoy treats throughout the holidays.
And the kids get benefited from that health coach perspective, because now, especially our youngest, not so much the older two. Definitely not our son. He eats just anything, but he'll eat anything. But our youngest daughter, 15-year-old, she's very in tune with what affects her and what doesn't. She's like, I just don't feel good if I eat that. So she's very good at that. So she must have guessed she got that from you, I think.
Really?
So yeah. But anyway, so seriously, food is a beautiful thing, and if you love cooking it and baking it and making it full and making it awesome, more power to you. I'm with you. I love it. If it is a source of frustration and takes too many freaking spoons to do it, then outsource it, baby.
Right.
Get it. You can have somebody else do it for you, or buy it already done or whatever. So the Christmas and all these big holidays that people tend to get so much stress in their life over, just don't. Just snap out of it. Stop it. You can make it less stressful by just realizing how your body responds to that kind of stuff and how your brain responds to that kind of stuff, and just stop it. Just stop it. So
my sister has been dealing with a knee injury, and my parents went to visit her though for Thanksgiving. Yeah. And she's like, I can't cook a big Thanksgiving dinner because I just
can't get around.
She's
hobbling around.
Poor thing. She's dealing with, like I said, a knee injury that's keeping her off her feet most of the time. And so that's exactly what they did. They outsourced it. They ordered a meal, I think from Costco, maybe. I can't remember exactly where, but
somewhere they didn't have to cook it.
Exactly. So they ordered it, went, got it, brought it home, ate it.
Done.
Yeah.
Did the dishes by throwing away the stuff it came in. That's the Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Smart. Hey, know thyself, man. If you are in a spot where that makes more sense, do it.
Right.
That's the way to go.
Right.
So, yeah. All right. We're going to go to one more break, and then we're going to come back, and we got one more clip for you that everybody's going to like. We're going to just chill out after the break, and close out this show in peace. So here we go. We'll see you guys on the other side of the break. Stick around. You're not going to want to miss this clip. It's fun. It's good. See you soon.
Hi, I'm Jake, co-founder and CEO of One Hope. My friends and I started this company in 2007 out of the back of this truck on a mission to enrich people's lives through wine. Today, we've grown into a state-of-the-art Napa Valley winery that proudly houses a portfolio of award-winning wines which have touched lives through over 40,000 nonprofits at home and around the globe. And it's happening every day. Being rooted in local communities and contributing to initiatives that uplift neighborhoods, celebrate cultures, and promote community. It's what got us here. You see, through every bottle sold, your purchase can make a direct impact on the causes you care about. One Hope's cause of choice has given back over $10 million and counting.
Hi everyone, I'm Andy.
And I'm Minna.
We're the hosts of Chronically Healthy Life.
Join us Fridays at 7 p.m. Central Time on Vitality TV to see how we flip the idea of chronic on its head and create chronic health in our bodies, minds, finances, and relationships, right here on E360 TV.
Come over here, look at this.
Oh, is that beautiful? Oh.
Okay, come on. Feels good. So that's the kind of Christmas I like to close. That if we can close out the Christmas like that, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, that's the way to do it. Sitting there watching the snow fall next to the tree. Kids are dead asleep. Drinking some wine, maybe, whatever your thing is. We used to make something called Tom and Jerry's. That was a fun drink that we used to do all the time. Whatever your thing is, whatever it is, to chill out. Please take your time to chill out during Christmas, during any holiday, during anything that causes you stress. Chill, like you have permission. You have permission to chill out.
We are giving you permission.
As if you needed it from us, but you have permission to chill. You do not have to give in to the crazy that is oftentimes Christmas. There are definitely two sides to Christmas, and sometimes, and one of those can suck those spoons out of you so fast your head spins, and by 10 in the morning on Christmas Eve you're done. You know, and that's not good for anybody. So pace yourself, take care of yourself. Grounding is a big deal. If you know what grounding is, if you've ever done anything like that, if the word sounds familiar, do it. If it doesn't, I'll just show you. This is cool. Check this out. I learned this a few months ago, and it's so cool. It's nothing weird. Don't worry. So you just kind of take yourself like that. Give yourself a hug. You give yourself a hug, and then you focus on. Don't close your eyes. You're not trying to block yourself out or anything. Just focus on something in front of you, and just kind of space out and focus on that, and just take 3 really. So I'm going to say take breaths, and what I mean by breaths are, and now I've been a singer forever, and so I know when I started singing, they train you to take a breath properly, and how you take a deep breath is you fill up your lungs like you fill up a glass of water, right? So the bottom up, none of this. That's not good for you. You want to take a deep breath from down here, down in your gut, down in your diaphragm, down here. So, all right, here we go. So 3 breaths. We're going to do 3. Just in through your nose, out through your mouth is good. It's best. If you need more than 3, do more than 3. I have been known to do 6. Oh, that's the other thing. So then you're 3, then you switch. So you had it like this, then you switch where your arms are, your opposite. And you do 3 more.
Feels
right?
weird.
It does. I know. It's like where you cross your hands this way and then doing it the other way and you go, ugh. It does feel weird. But so you do 3 like this, and then you do 3 the other way. Okay. So I'm telling you, if you need, just walk out of the room and do that, and I promise it'll feel better. You will be, just, you can take a deep breath, and it's cool. So anyway,
I think I feel more relaxed even now.
See, it works.
Cool.
I'm telling you. So I want to invite you again. I just want to throw this out there one more time before we leave. We got about 5 minutes left, and I just want to extend another invitation for you to join us in Invisible Condition University.
It's a gift. It's a Christmas gift.
It's a free month. It's a gift to you and you and you and you and you and everybody else out there. Free gift. The first 30 days is free. My free gift from Jeff, from me. It's a gift from me. Merry Christmas. And so if you or somebody you love is living with an invisible condition, and maybe you heard some crazy stuff from the doctor, or maybe you heard some crazy stuff from online if you went that route and tried to find the solution there, and you want to talk about it, and you want to get some advice, or I'm no doctor or anything, that's not the point, but I do have 47 years of experience of dealing with this kind of stuff and going through a lot of, just in the last 10 years, we've gone through a lot of things that didn't work and some things that did. And so that's what we talk about. We're just real. You don't have to come and be all polished and perfect. Come as you are, man. Just come and spend time with us. We'll stay on the call as long as we need to. No matter how many people are there, we'll stay there until everybody gets to address what they're asking about. So bring it on. I would love to have you. And we're both there, by the way. It's not just me. You get to look at this beautiful person during the call too, because I am the person with them. I'm the patient, so to speak, right? There's the patient, and then there's the caregiver. And so bring your caregiver with you. Bring your mom, dad, sister, doctor, whatever, whoever's taking care of you, whoever's helping you, they're welcome too. So come on.
Come chat with us.
Let's check it out. Let's do it. See you on January 7th at 3 p.m. Mountain Time, 4 Central, 5 Eastern. And we'll stay on there as long as you need to.
But get signed up first.
Yeah.
Before 3 p.m. Mountain Time.
Do it now.
So that we can get you the Zoom link.
Yeah, because you'll automatically.
We need a minute to get you that.
Same Zoom link for every call. It doesn't change. It's the same every single call. But
we got to sign up first.
Is where you got to go.
And then we send you the link.
Yeah, and then you get the link. You can't get the link without signing up. So, I know. So there you go. All right, everybody. Okay, scan it. Do it.
Go.
Okay, it's gone. All right. If you want to scan it again, just watch the replay. Rewind the replay on Facebook or YouTube or on E360 TV and go for it. So, all right. So
we've played several movie clips from Christmas movies that we think are fun and that we enjoy. Comment. Tell us.
What's your favorite Christmas
movie?
Yeah. Don't say Die Hard. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Sorry, I just stirred up a whole nother hornet's nest, didn't I?
The comments.
Is it a Christmas movie or is it not? Go. No.
Sure, comment. Let us know.
What's your favorite Christmas movie? I would love to know.
You know what? Our 15-year-old, her favorite Christmas movie is actually White Christmas.
Yes. If you've not seen it, you should.
A 15-year-old loving that classic. It's so good.
Some people, we just said that. People are going, what's that? I don't even think I know what that is. What is that Christmas
Google
movie?
White Christmas the movie.
Go find it and watch it. It's so good.
Bing Crosby, Dean,
not Dean.
Bing Crosby and the other guy. And there's, what's her name? Beverly Clooney?
Beverly
Clooney's aunt.
Yep. It's a classic.
All these
it's a classic.
guys have passed away now, but it's such a good
voices like
movie.
Velvet, man.
Oh,
they sing, it's a musical base. It's sort of a musical. So
it moved me, Bob.
It moved me, Bob.
Anyway.
All right, little Veggie Tales for you there
Yeah.
to close out the show. So yeah. What's your favorite Christmas movie?
What's your favorite Christmas? Yeah.
Bring it on. And if it's Die Hard, it's okay. We can still be friends. That's okay. It's okay.
Do you have a favorite?
Christmas Vacation's right up there, I think. Yeah. I don't know if Better Off Dead can be considered a Christmas movie, but I love that movie. That happened around Christmas. Anything that happened around Christmas could be a Christmas movie. So apparently. So all right, guys, get your stockings, get your food, get your Santa hats out, and
giving and receiving.
Please have a wonderful Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
God bless every one of you. And the next show will be on what day is the next show?
The
27th, December 27th at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. And so I would love to see you all there. If this is your first time watching this, by the way, and this is your first time, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. And, they're not all like this. Usually I have a guest that's not my wife. So keep watching. It's going to be fun. We talk about all kinds of invisible medical conditions, and it's great. And everybody has an amazing story. So join us on the 27th and for the next one. And if you're watching on social media, like, follow, share, subscribe, all the things. We'd love to have you come back for every episode. If you've been watching for a while, thank you. And if this is your first time, thank you.
Welcome. Thank you. You're welcome.
Yeah,
all the things.
All the things. So have an amazing Christmas, and we will see you on the next episode.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.